Yo guys, I'm back once again for another Blu-ray review, and this time it's of Resurrection, released back in 1999, and it is directed by the one and only Russell Mulcahy. Russell Mulcahy is an Australian director. You know, he's like a B-movie maestro. Best known for his, I'm sure it was his debut film Razorback, I think 1985, and as everyone obviously, most people know, the Highlander saga. And also he made Ricochet back in the 90s with, I think it was Denzel Washington. And the film stars the one and only Christopher Lambert. Christopher Lambert, you remember him from Greystoke, The Legend of Tarzan, and of course the Highlander franchise, which this is his third time he's probably working with Russell Mulcahy. They worked together originally on the Highlander films. Yeah, right. So the story is basically the character John Prudhomme. Prudhomme, so I'm pronouncing it correctly. Played by Christopher Lambert. He's a cop. He's still grieving the death of his child, and he's one of those tough old school type cops. Can't work with people. He doesn't like doesn't really partner up well with people. But suddenly he's thrust into a grisly investigation. A serial killer on the loose, and this serial killer is pretty is gruesome. And he's thrust into this cat and mouse game. Basically, don't want to go really to for people who haven't seen it. He's sort of biblical killings in a way. This guy's using biblical elements for his killings, and so Christopher Lambert's thrust into a cat and mouse game, right? And the other thing is that this film has always been sort of this is, I don't know if I'm using the right words, but it's like a B version of Seven. Remember David Fincher's Seven? The great serial killer film from 1990, I think it was 1995, starring, directed by David Fincher, starring Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. So this is sort of on the back end of that. This was made about 3 years later, 4 years later, probably, after that. So this is it is a lot like Seven. If you know what I mean, it's one of those things. When you get some film that is unique of its time, then they sort of make a B version of it. We've always had that over the years, and this is but it's I wouldn't say it's similar style. Two guys, two detectives. Time the clock. The time is running out. They got they're on the clock. They got to find this guy. Killing people, but you know what? I like it. It's one of those films no one will talk about, just like Russell Mulcahy's other film like Silent Trigger with Dolph. I've done a review of that. You can check that out. It's one of those movies that not many people, people only, followers of maybe, Russell Mulcahy, Christopher Lambert, they'll check this out. But yeah, I like it. It's a good film. It's gruesome. The special effects are good. And the other, it's a really good film. It's one of those, how do you say, the best horror sort of film that you never saw. And the other thing I'm talking about is cinematography in Resurrection. I really liked it. It was different. It was shot on the 1:85, 16:9. I couldn't get any information on the cameras. Probably, Panavision, Arri cameras, but it was shot. I love the look of the film. It's different, and on this Blu-ray, the Blu-ray really brings out the film. But Resurrection, is very atmospheric film. I think it was intentionally shot that way to give it that dark, gripping, hazy. It's got like a hazy sort of look. It's very good. I like it. It's grainy. It's got this unique photography. Russell Mulcahy and the cinematographer, I don't know what his name is, used, but it is very, very good. Very worth checking out. If you just want to, look at like the look of film, especially with Blu-rays now, they really do bring out, if they're done well, they bring out the look of the film. Right, guys, this is the going to go on the Blu-ray now. itself. So this is a German release Blu-ray. As you can tell, the title under there, it's got the English, then it's got the German. But this is not available on Blu-ray in the US or here in the UK or yeah. So I'm not sure if it's available in any other European countries, but this is a German. This came out released in 2018, and yeah. So everything in the back, as you can see, it's have a good look there. It's all German. Everything's German. Open it up, get the disc. As you can see, there's got the German certification, and it's not limited, but as you can see, you can do a flip. You can flip the covers over if you don't want the certification, which I've done. I don't like it when it's got the. So if you just want it plain, you can have it plain. Yeah, I do have a copy of Resurrection on DVD. It's also the German. That's the only ones I could find. I found that on Amazon, and that's the only one I could find. And the Blu-ray, that is a good print as well. But the Blu-ray, this new, I don't know if they must have got hold of a good remaster or the remaster themselves. But it is a very good. It's way better than the DVD. Yeah, so. You can still get hold of these. These are not it's not a limited edition or anything. They probably will go out of print sooner or later, but you can check. I'll leave the links down below for Blu-ray.com. There's no review on this one. That Blu-ray.com haven't done a review, but you can check the link. You can still get this on Amazon, the Germany Amazon. I'll leave a link below. That's where I ordered it from. Got it for like a tenner or something, which is pretty decent at that time. It was a brand new film. I was quite, yeah. So, yeah, it's a good film. It's a good, you won't be if you've never heard of it. You're probably thinking, what is this? Christopher Lambert, serial killer. I like it. It's one of those films when you don't expect much, but it turns out to be decent. Is really good serial killer film, really good thriller horror, really good good directing by Russell Mulcahy, great acting by one and only Christopher Lambert, as a tough no nonsense detective. I think it's set in Chicago. This film was released in like Europe, Asia, Australia, but in the US, I don't know here, I can't remember it. I'll be honest with you, over here it went straight to DVD in the US, and probably did here as well. Actually, it's funny how things work with certain films, and you find you discover them years later. But this film, it's always will be get mixed reviews, but it's a clever thriller, directed with kinetic style and energy, and like I said, one of because I've made short films. You can check my other channel. I've made a few. I love the cinematography in this. Great. Yeah, check it out. Thanks for watching. If you try to get hold of this, it's not in the US or UK on Blu-ray. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Peace.